So a couple of days ago I made a little video for you about something which really changed my life over the past few weeks. But when I wanted to upload that video, it appeared that the microphone of my other laptop, which is a great camera, wasn't working. So there was a nice video with a happy face sharing something she really wanted to share with you, but there was no sound whatsoever. I was really feeling good that day, and now 2 days later I feel vulnerable, sad, a fear of what I'm really feeling deep inside, a resistance to what I'm feeling. These voices that you probably know that are saying, like, hey, you're not good enough, nobody likes you. People are with other people because they like other people better than you. They probably forgot you already. And more of that. They are very much alive right now. And there's a lot of resistance to those voices. And a big desire to distract, to disconnect from those feelings and to distract myself with videos or books or chocolate or even making tea. So what I wanted to share with you in the original video, that one thing that changed my life these last few days, this last week, that sentence that I tell myself is, I don't have to get rid of what I'm feeling right now. And it means that I don't have to get rid of my emotions, of my fear, of my anxiety, of my insecurity. But it also means I don't have to get rid of my resistance towards it, of my desire for disconnection. I don't have to get rid of those layers I actually put on top of the emotions. And that makes a difference. It's like, to me it feels like there's like two parts of me. And the one part is like what some people call the ego, or the pain body, or the fearful part, or the insecure part, and that's the part that gets totally lost in emotions and totally lost in stories I tell myself, things I really believe about myself and about the world and how the world sees me. And there's another part, which is like my inner parent, like this very stable foundation, this never ever changing, stable ground. And sometimes this stable part is really taking the larger part of me, really there. And sometimes, or maybe more often, that other part, its raging emotional whirlwind, is taking most space, and sometimes all space, and then I get totally lost in neediness, in longing for confirmation, for love, for approval from other people. And I need other people to tell me I'm okay. And it works for a little bit, and then it goes again. It's like the lamp, goes on and off. It's there, and it's nice, and then it's gone again. And you need more, and you need to get it outside. It's like an addiction. And then there's this part, this grounded part. Some call it the observer. I used to call it the observer. But now it feels more like my integrated parent. It's also observing. It's the unconditional loving inner parent. And since I tell myself, this parent is telling myself each moment, like, hey, you don't have to get rid of this feeling. You know what? Come and sit with me for a moment. It's fine, whatever you are feeling. It's okay. You're a human. This is totally okay. Just feel it. And you know what? Sit with me. I'll sit with you. I'll hold you. As long as it takes. As long as you want me to. I'm not judging you. It's okay. It really is okay. Let's take a deep breath together. We can cry together. We can even dance and run and shout together if that's what you need. We can sit under your blanket together. It's fine. I'm holding a hand on my heart now. What I'm saying is, it's fine. And it makes me softer with myself. It makes me loving myself so much more. It makes me compassionate with myself. And on some days it's really easy. The days when the sun is shining, when you just met a nice friend, there's a whole day ahead of you and you can just do whatever you want. It's easy then. Easier. Maybe it's very difficult to do then. It's possible. And right now I have very full days with no time for self-care, no time of silence, just taking care of my kids. And I noticed it. We were camping, so we were in a small space together. And I noticed that my tolerance for myself and my inner processes lowers and lowers and lowers. And I feel tonight, I feel the attraction towards being very harsh with myself, towards self-doubt, towards self-criticism, not so very unconditional and not so very loving. And I see that I have an urge to blame people. I'm waiting for someone to send me a message so that I can plan my next days, and I haven't heard from them. So I want to be angry with them. I want to blame them. And I haven't. I feel an urge to connect with the beloved because I haven't spoken with them for a while. And I feel a need for connection. But it's a neediness for connection. It's coming from this ego, this worry, this emotional part. It's not coming from the stable part of me. So I'm not doing it. Just breathing, sitting. I even feel an urge to be short with my kids. Like, please stay in bed. Don't come down with stuff. I need some space. And I try to just breathe through it. And then the inner parent, the unconditional inner parent inside me says, hey, it's not their fault, it's okay. You can be grumpy, you can be feeling the need to be angry with people, but it's not their fault. So maybe you can just be nice to them for half a minute, and then when they're gone, you can be angry again. Act it out in another way, not with them. You're not going to send messages to your beloved or this person. You wait. Just wait. I'll be there with you. I'll sit here with you. And so this process of telling myself I don't have to get rid of what I'm feeling helps me not to not feel the things, because I still feel them, maybe even stronger than before, because I don't disconnect from them, because I don't hide them, but I invite them. I'm not going to put too many layers on them of judgment or judging the judgment or hiding. So maybe they are stronger, but also this observer part, this parent part, this unconditional part of me, it's more present. There's more a balance between both. And it just helps me to see that I'm responsible for how I feel. I don't have to blame or act out on anyone because it's not their fault. Maybe a boundary was crossed and I can express that without drama, without too much emotion. I can just express that. But I don't have to blame them for how I feel, because that's all me. The only difference between feeling good and feeling bad is choosing to open my heart or close my heart. And right now it's as if I'm my inner child, which I guess this emotional part, this dramatic whirlwind actually is. It's just my inner child, my little girl who once was a helpless little child. And sometimes forgets that she grew up, and sometimes, or maybe a bit more than sometimes, believes that she's this helpless little child who needs her parents, who needs grown-up people to take care of her, who needs others to take care of her. I just remind myself, Hey, me and me. Together we can do this. I'll be there for you. I'll hold you. It's okay. You don't have to get rid of anything. So still sitting here with my hand on my heart, loving the crap out of myself. And I hope you will too. Until then, sending you my love. Have a great day. Have a great day. See you.